Well, it's like Beyonce said, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Word.
Okay. All right, folks, welcome to another episode of the Hold Fast Garage. My name is Aaron, and I'm an amateur. This is my dad, Al. Today,
I'm an amateur
yeah,
with more experience.
just a more knowledgeable amateur. Today, we're going to start with ringing our pistons. Now, we already took one of each. These are sets, so they're all the same. So we took one of each rings and put them in a piston to test fit to make sure that when they're compressed inside the piston, that there's the proper clearance, which was 40 thousandths or less.
Correct.
So we did that already off camera.
And we had about 24 thousandths, I believe.
Yeah. So make sure you do that before you go through all the effort of ringing your pistons.
These are 30 thousandths oversized, so we had to make sure. I mean, it's a kit and it came, but we had to make sure that they were 30 thousandths over and that everything was fine, and they are.
Right.
You don't want too big a gap, or you lose a lot of oil and a lot of compression, and you don't want it too. They can't be too tight, or they'll bump into each other when they get hot, and then they'll bend, and serious things happen.
We don't want serious things.
No.
Make sure you keep all your rings straight. You want to make sure you get the right ones on every piston. 2 out of 3 in this kit are ambidextrous, which is there's no top or bottom. The number 2, let's see if I can show it to you on the camera here. Hopefully you can see it says top right there. So you got to look for that. This is the number 2 ring is the only one that has that in this kit. And that means this is not the top ring, but this side goes to the top of the piston, like so.
And the reason is there's a chamfer on the back to help wipe down the oil and to keep the compression on the top side. So.
And we got our trusty piston expander right here. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get after it.
Exactly.
All the way down into the first groove there. Okay, and that fits pretty loose, but we've got a compression tool for when we actually go to put the pistons in that will compress all the rings to fit inside the
top.
Inside the piston. Yep.
Just like that.
Okay.
Ring 2.
Oops.
Sorry, I bumped you.
There we go. All right, there's ring 2. Now, the oil scraper. So this one, I'll see if I can show it to you on the camera here. It's got, there's our gap. So the gap, the two, how does it say? Yeah, the gap, those need to point towards the top of the piston, so this way. And the scraper, or the retainer rings, one on top, one on bottom, they fit along that little line. So this guy goes in first. That's pretty simply done. This thing's pretty easy to manipulate. Again,
Are you going to go down below and do the bottom one first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
These won't fit in the pliers, so you just do them as you're unwinding a spring, sort of.
Bottom. Come on now.
Don't scratch a pretty Teflon on the skirts.
Okay. So, hopefully you can see that retainer sets on top of that one, then we'll put another one right there.
Oh, sorry.
What?
You're on the side of the skirt.
Okay.
Voila.
Voila. And you were saying about the gaps in the rings?
I did look it up in the book. I couldn't find anything about it, but my teacher in high school said just good practice is to alternate the location of the gaps so that they're as far apart as possible. Just so they're not dead on top of each other really is all that matters. But as I said, it doesn't say anything in the manuals, so that's maybe just an old wives' tale. But
and that is to minimize any loss of compression or suction
or yeah.
as the piston is going up and down. Because we want efficiency. And any loss of compression or vacuum will cause loss of efficiency. And potentially get gasoline in your oil or oil in your... If you see a car driving down the road and every time it accelerates a plume of white smoke, bluish white smoke comes out of the back, it's probably because their rings, one or more of their rings are going bad and allowing oil to go up the side of the piston into the compression chamber and burn, which is not what you want. You want oil on this side, gas on this side. See, I know a thing or two.
There you go.
Still an amateur, though. All right, so now that you've seen how that's done, we're just going to time warp the rest of these and play some soothing music. Alright, so there we have it. 8 cylinders, and uses them all. All ringed, ready to go. We are still waiting on the crankshaft bearing bolts to arrive. Once those do, as we've mentioned last episode, we'll torque everything down, get our measurements, and then we can finalize that. Get everything. Once we got the measurements on the, help me out here, plastic gauge. Then we'll torque everything down. Then we can put the cylinders in. So stay tuned for that. Now we got to move on to something else.
Indeed. We're getting ready to put the floor pans in the front. Did a little spot plugging of some small holes, and then we got tin cut for some bigger holes up front. So now I'm going to grind off along the edge of where the pan sits so that I got a good surface to weld to. Then we'll take it out, or get it all ground and cleaned up, vacuum it all up, and then I'm going to seal some of those holes and stuff with some sealer, and then we'll put the pan on top, weld her in place. There we go.
folks, we put in a good effort today. Dad, especially. I was working most of the day, but we got some big progress on the floor pans. Got another coat of paint on the front of the car to slow the rust. Still waiting on those bolts though, and a couple other things. So that's where we're gonna have to end it tonight because we're running out of energy and parts. But
And Dad goes home tomorrow.
and Dad goes
Afternoon.
home tomorrow. So there may be some more Dad stuff happening in the next episode.
Tomorrow morning.
But this is where we're gonna end it for tonight. As always, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying our
How could you not?
I mean, right? Look at us.
Exactly.
If you're enjoying this, if you're having fun, tell your friends,
Tell your enemies.
and we'll see you in the next episode.